one way or another, it'll get there. I remembered to turn off the VPN today. I did forget to cover up the air conditioning vent. One moment. Hopefully that improves the sound a little bit. I noticed we had some popping the last time I forgot to cover the AC vent. So anyway, I hope that helps. So we got the VPN off, so it shouldn't interrupt the live stream. I think we are streaming live, and I think we're recording. So here we go. Let's see. I think we should probably just start on our backs today. If you have any blocks or cushions or straps or pillows or anything laying around that you think might support your practice, go ahead and grab those now. And then meet us down here on our backs. Center yourself on the mat and just kind of gently lower yourself, forearm at a time, rolling back to the mat. Moving ponytails out of the way if you have them. Scooping the tailbone so that the tailbone is kind of pointing down towards the end of the mat. Wiggle those shoulder blades underneath the heart and down the spine. Gently tuck the chin so that the neck is nice and long, nice little extension of the spine. And bring the hands to your belly and just notice your breath. Just take a moment to notice, are you kind of breathing fast? Have you just gotten home or finished putting dinner in the oven or tried to give eye drops to your cat who totally refused or whatever? So take a breath and settle in. Maybe your breath is already nice and slow and even. Notice that. But either way, go ahead and slow the breath down. So if it's fast, slow it down. If it's slow, make it even, just a little bit slower. Maybe count how many beats it takes to inhale. And then as you exhale, try to match the number of counts. So if your inhale takes 3 beats, exhale for 3 beats. So we're going inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Or it might be 2, or it might be 5, whatever it is, just let it be what it is, but let it be even. This is going to soothe the nervous system. It's going to bring the parasympathetic nervous system on board, calming the breath, tells your heart rate it's okay to slow down. It can help lower your blood pressure. It can tell your body that you're safe, because people don't breathe nice and deep and slow when they don't feel safe, or at least not as much. But continue to breathe, notice your breath. And then as you keep the same rhythm, start to rock your pelvis back and forth. So as you inhale, rock the pelvis towards you, slightly lifting the tailbone from the mat. And as you exhale, rock the pelvis away, gently lifting the low back from the mat. Just back and forth, inhaling to rock towards you and exhaling to rock away. And just continue doing this at your own pace with your own breath. Just feeling with your fingers how the belly gently rocks, kind of like the swell and the fall of a wave of the ocean. Just rocking back and forth. And the next time you roll your pelvis, my husband's making funny faces, I apologize. The next time you roll your pelvis towards you, gently lift it off the mat, maybe just half an inch or an inch, and then rock back to the mat and away. And inhale, rock towards you and lift up just a little bit more this time. And then lower and roll back to the mat. And continue to do this, lifting higher, higher. Gently bringing the hips up higher. And the next time you inhale and lift, bring the hips pretty much as high as you feel like you want to go right now. No straining, no forcing, no pushing. Bring the palms to the mat and press down with your triceps. Maybe lift a little bit higher. If it feels good, maybe lift a little bit higher. Keep breathing evenly here. And instead of thinking about how difficult this posture is, because it is to do all this lifting, but think about how this stretch in the front of the body feels. Think about this stretch in the hip creases. Think about how pushing into the small of that back kind of counteracts any sitting at a desk or driving you might have been doing today. Focus on what feels good here, opening up the heart and lifting the chin towards the sky. And then the next time you exhale, roll one vertebrae at a time back to the mat. Bring the hands back to the belly and gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Doesn't have to be very far, just a little bit to kind of warm up and give yourself that nice little back massage. And the next time you go left, that's your last time. Inhale the knees back up towards the sky. And this time we're going to lift into bridge and hold. And if you like, clasp the hands underneath. And you don't want the feet too close to the sit bones here or too far away, but you want the ankles and the feet right in line with your bent knees. Give yourself that support. As you lift, press firmly and evenly all across the soles of the feet. Palms to the mat. Go ahead and roll. Inhale to lift up. And then if it feels good, you can draw your arms underneath you and clasp your hands together here. Push up into those hips. Feel the stretch across the front body and in the low back. Lift the heart towards the sky and press the triceps, the outer triceps into the mat. Lift the chin towards the sky. Take a nice big breath here. And then as you exhale, switch your clasp so that the opposite thumb is on top. Inhale here one more time. And then draw the hands back out to the sides and roll back one vertebrae at a time to the mat. Stay for the inhale, and as you exhale, bring one knee at a time into the chest. And gently roll back and forth from side to side. Maybe rolling the ankles in one direction and then the other. Maybe draw the knees away from the torso a little bit and feel that slight pressure, that slight massage from your mat in a different spot on the low back. So if you have your knees way up here, you're going to feel it higher up. If you have the knees way down here, you're going to feel it lower down across the top of the buttocks there. And just kind of roll around here and play with it. Maybe make some figure eights with the knees, or infinity signs if you prefer. And then reverse those figure eights. If you find a place that feels particularly good with that pressure on there, stay there. Inhale to direct the energy and the breath into that area. And exhale to bring a little bit of energy to the core so that you can roll your knees around a little easier. Maybe make bigger circles with the knees together in one direction. Inhaling as you draw the knees away from you, and exhaling to use the core to draw the knees towards you. And then the next time you inhale, reverse the circles. Inhaling the knees away, exhaling to use the core to draw the knees in and around. And just do that a few more times at your own pace with your breath. Again, pausing if you find a spot that feels really good. And the next time you exhale the knees into the chest and center, give yourself a little hug. And then inhale to stretch all the way out, arms up overhead. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Reconnect with the breath, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to just let everything relax. Inhale again to lengthen, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, and then just exhale and relax. Last time, inhale as long as your body can get. Stretch, stretch, reach, reach without hurting. And then exhale to just let everything collapse into the earth. Let your arms and legs be wherever they're comfortable. If you want to walk the legs out wider and the arms a little lower, definitely do that. Take up as much room as you can. You're here. You're on your mat. Reconnecting with the breath. Inhaling to expand like a starfish. And exhaling to just relax and surrender your body to gravity. The next time you inhale, go ahead and draw the knees back up towards the sky. Windshield wipers the knees from one side to the other. And bring your arms out to a T or up overhead as you gently rock from side to side. You might take cactus arms here with the arms in a kind of a goalpost shape. Some people call this angel wings or butterfly wings, but it does look more like a cactus, but whatever resonates with you. Or you might even take your forearms and crisscross them Or even hold your folded hands underneath your head as you rock from side to side. If your arms are extended or out in cactus arms, gently alternate your gaze with your knees. So the next time your knees go left, look to the right. Next time your knees go to the right, look to the left. Take that twist back and forth. The next time that you roll your knees to the right, we're going to stay there. If you have a blanket or a block that you want to use to support the outside of the knee, that's a good place to do it right here. So we're looking left, knees are right, maybe just relaxing over to the side, maybe all the way down to the floor, maybe on a block or a pillow. Just inhaling here, imagining as you inhale that you've got a balloon right here in this outer left hip and thigh. And as you inhale, imagine you're expanding that balloon. And as you exhale, imagine that the balloon is deflating. So inhale to expand. Exhale to deflate. Just gently inhaling to feel space being made in between the ribs. Keep the shoulders flat on the mat. Next time you exhale, really draw the belly button towards the spine, and then inhale the knees up to the sky. And then exhale the knees over to the left. Again, they can just be kind of over to the left, you know, just feeling that stretch here, or you can have some support underneath the knees, a pillow or a block. If you're using a block, you could have your block even on this really, the high setting. If it doesn't feel comfortable to come all the way, oh, well, that's probably a little too precarious. Maybe down to this medium setting to give yourself a little more support. But we do want to even things out. So we're coming over here to the left, gazing towards the right. Imagining that balloon in the outer right hip this time. And as you're inhaling, you're expanding that balloon. And as you exhale, deflate it. Keeping the shoulders on the mat. Breathing in to feel expansion in the ribs and the right side body. Notice what you feel in your neck, your shoulders. And the next time you exhale, draw the belly button towards the spine. And then inhale the knees back up to the sky. Let's go ahead and hug those knees again, exhaling to draw them one at a time into the chest. And then hug the right knee and bring the left sole down to the mat. Left knee pointed up at the sky. Right knee pulled in towards the heart. Let's inhale the right knee open towards the right side of the mat. And then exhale to draw the knee back to center. Inhale to open the right knee out only as far as you can go without the left hip coming up off the mat. And then exhaling back to center. Inhaling the right knee open and out to the side. Exhale back to center. And then gently swing the right knee out to the side, bringing the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Keep the foot flexed here. Reconnect with that breath, that nice, even flow. Maybe press the right knee out to the side, down away from your body a little farther, opening up through that right hip crease. You can have your left palm to your left hip or beside you on the mat, pressing to counteract that push-pull feeling here. You can stay here, or if you like, you can thread the needle, putting your right hand through the little triangle your thighs have made, drawing the left thigh up towards the chest and clasping your hands behind the left knee. If you have a strap and you're having, if it would make it easier for you to reach here, you can use a strap and wrap it around the back of the left thigh. You can rock gently from side to side, keeping the feet flexed and the toes pointed up towards the sky. And then as you inhale, think about kind of pushing that left foot away from you. And when you exhale, think about drawing the left thigh closer. So inhale to push away, pressing the sole of the left foot away from you. And then exhale to draw a little closer, maybe noticing what's happening in that IT band on the right, stretching that outer right thigh and hip. Pressing and inhaling, pulling and exhaling. Out and away, in and close. And the next time you inhale, draw the right or left sole up towards the sky. Might be just towards the sky. It might be here, here, or it could be straight-ish. Draw the left toes kind of towards your face, keeping both feet flexed. And the next time you exhale, bend the knee and relax the foot. Inhale to straighten and flex. Exhale to bend and relax. Keep doing that at your own pace, just warming up that hamstring, stretching the outer right thigh, that IT band. And the next time you inhale your legs straight, you can stay here. Or if you want a little more, you can take the hands up and behind the calf, drawing the left foot closer to your face, really plugging that left thigh into the left hip socket. Maybe even give yourself a little calf massage here. Remembering to breathe. Remembering to keep that chin tucked a little bit to keep the neck long. And the next time you exhale, just unravel everything. Bring the soles of the feet back to the mat, knees pointing to the sky, and then gently windshield wiper here. Sort of bring everything back into alignment. And then the next time you exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. And when you clasp your hands around that shin, just shift all the fingers over one so that the opposite thumb is on top. It's going to feel a little weird, but supposedly when we do things like that, we can make new brain synapses that connect different nerves in our brains. And that's about as much as I know about that, but it can't be bad. So, but I like the idea of just being balanced. So go ahead and draw that left knee into the chest. Stretch the right leg out long. Flex both feet. Point the toes up towards the sky. And then inhale the left knee out and away towards the left side of the mat. Keeping the hip down. You can press the right palm on the top of the right hip, or press down into the mat here and really press into that tricep. And as you exhale, use the belly button to help draw the leg into center. Inhale the left knee out and away. Exhale to draw the knee center. Inhale out and away. Exhale to draw the knee into the center. And then bring the right sole of the foot to the mat. And swing the left knee out to the side, bringing the outside of the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. You can press that left thigh away. Pushing gently with your palm. If you like a little bit more of a stretch here, you can thread that needle, putting the left hand in the little triangle made by your thighs and drawing the right thigh into the chest. Again, using that opposite clasp behind the right thigh. Drawing it in towards you, keeping the feet flexed, rocking gently back and forth if that feels good. And then come to center, and as you inhale, press the right sole away. And as you exhale, draw the right thigh towards you. Inhale to press away. Exhale to draw closer to you. Continue doing this at your own pace with your breath. Thinking about that stretch in the outer left thigh, that IT band. Keeping the chin tucked, relax the jaw. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and draw the foot towards the sky, flexing the foot. Again, it could be slightly bent here or straight. Draw the toes towards the face. And when you exhale, bend the knee and relax the foot. Inhale to straighten the leg and flex. Exhale to bend and relax. Do this a few more times to warm up the right hamstring. Thinking about how good that stretch feels back there. And still in that outer left thigh. You can continue doing this, or keep the legs straight. And if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, you can reach up and clasp your calf with your hands, plugging that right thigh bone downward into that hip socket here. Maybe give yourself a little calf massage. It feels good to rotate the ankle, which I didn't mention on the left, but it feels good on the right, so I'm going to do it here. Always find spots to make it feel better. Whatever feels good for you. Everybody is different. You know what feels good in your body, or you are learning what feels good in your body. So many of us don't. I was going to say don't touch ourselves. Sounds a little funky, but we don't. We don't touch ourselves with love and care we would give to a loved one very often. So do whatever feels good there, and then go ahead and exhale to unravel everything. When you're ready, gently rock the knees from side to side. And the next time you rock right, go ahead and roll to your right side and press yourself up to a seat. If you have a cushion or a block that you want to sit on, you can certainly do that. Oh, you can see the very tip top of Princess's ears there. I like to sit up on a cushion to give my hips a little bit of height. You can sit cross-legged here, just like in a regular cross-legged seat, Sukhasana in Sanskrit, not Sanskrit as I learned in my yoga teacher training class, but Sanskrit, not to make fun. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But anyway, you can sit in Sukhasana or Siddhasana, which is drawing one heel in toward the groin and then the next heel kind of stacked up on top of that foot. I really like this because it allows my knees to sort of drop evenly towards the mat. If you have blocks or cushions or maybe a couple rolled up towels or something that you want to stick under your knees here to give the knees a little support, you can certainly do that. Go ahead and draw the spine up nice and straight. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Close your eyes if that feels good. And you can close your eyes whenever you want in yoga, even when you're doing more vigorous poses or balance poses. It just increases, in the balance poses, it increases the balance requirements. It helps you balance more better. Or it will help you to just relax and tap in and look a little farther inward or deeper. Bring the palms to the knees or the tops of the thighs, or maybe bring the fingertips out beside you on the mat, whatever feels comfortable. Inhale to lengthen the spine and tuck the chin. Exhale to relax the shoulder blades down the back. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to relax. Think about drawing that air in through your nostrils, down the throat, into the chest, until you feel the belly expand. And then reverse that flow as you exhale. Reconnect with that nice, even breath. And then go ahead and let's all bring the fingertips to our sides if they're not there already. Inhale to lengthen, drawing the crown towards the sky. Exhaling to lift the heart to the sky and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Go ahead and inhale straight and then exhale to draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe here. Maybe thinking about that imaginary balloon on the outside of the right side of the neck. Expanding that balloon as you inhale. Deflating it as you exhale. And gently rest the left palm to the right ear, not pushing down, but just kind of resting to have a little tiny bit of weight there. And then counteract that by drawing the right fingertips away. So think about what you feel all the way from your fingertips in the right hand, all the way up the right arm, right shoulder, right side of the neck. And the next time you inhale, remove the left hand. Bring the head back level. And exhale, bring the fingertips to the earth and drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And inhale to stretch the left fingertips out and bring the right ear to the right shoulder. I can feel that in the left side a lot more in my outer left arm. Bring the palm of the right hand to the left ear. Stretching the left fingertips away. Feeling that stretch only to the point where it feels good, not hurting or forcing anything. Find a couple of breaths here. And then inhale the crown back to the sky, exhaling the fingertips back to the mat. Inhale, turn the arms out and up, palms facing the sky. Bring the hands up overhead and the palms together. And then exhale the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. We're going to press the palms together here. Gently tilt the chin to lengthen. Inhale yourself nice and tall. And exhale and gently twist to the right. Keeping the palms in line with the heart. Only a little bit, we're not forcing, we're not pushing or pulling or counteracting with a full twist where we might have an arm wrapped around the leg or something. Just a gentle little twist, keeping those palms right in front of the heart. You can maybe look a little farther right over the right shoulder, or continue keeping your face in line with the palms and the heart, or you could look over the left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist any amount more. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to release the palms. Inhale the arms out and up towards the sky, palms facing each other. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to press the hands together and lengthen the spine, and then exhale to twist to the left. Take a couple of breaths here, finding a place in your neck that feels good. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to twist. Keeping it gentle, keeping it soft. Inhaling one more time here, and then exhale back to center and release the palms. Let's go ahead and come to tabletop. I know I've had a lot of wrist issues in my right wrist especially, and I had tennis elbow, although I never played tennis. I got it doing something stupid. Well, I'm not going to do, I'm not stupid, but I did do something stupid, which was basically, I did a lot of heavy lifting, and I refused to ask for help because I'm a strong woman and blah, blah, blah. Don't forget, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. That's why we're here. We're all here to help each other. So anyway, sometimes I don't like to put much weight in my wrist. So, things that you can do to counteract that. You can have the hands a little farther forward than directly underneath the shoulders. Press into the fingertips, all the way across the fingertips and into the knuckles, and kind of lift the wrist from the mat or the earth or the beach if you're lucky enough. Kind of visualizing that you have a cupcake underneath your hand, underneath your palm here, and you don't want to mess up the frosting. So we're pressing in like that, really suction cupping in. So you can do that. That's really going to help strengthen. Or you can come to your fists, right, in this flat part of the fist. You can even use your thumbs for a little balance here. Again, you can have the hands a little farther forward than directly underneath the shoulders. Or you can go ahead and come to your elbows, like this. And this is where we're going to do cat-cow today. So instead of a traditional cat-cow where we're inhaling the heart forward and exhaling to round the back, which you can certainly do if you prefer that, but I encourage you to try this. So you're taking all of the weight out of the wrists here, pressing into the elbows, inhaling the heart forward and the tailbone up towards the sky. And then exhaling to round the back and draw the belly towards the spine. Inhale the heart forward, opening up through the collarbones. And exhaling, pressing into those elbows, really making the back nice and broad and round. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. And continue doing this at your own speed. I encourage you and invite you to slow it down. Really press in and let it feel good. And you can go ahead and walk the knees back here. This is puppy pose, heart to earth pose, and a hatha asana, I think. So you're drawing the tailbone away. The hips are still in line with the knees, but you're pressing back and opening up through the heart space. You can bring the forehead to the mat here. Keep the forearms parallel. So continue to press into the elbows, but really lengthen. Lengthen the body away, just like a puppy would stretch. Widening through the shoulders here. And if that's a little much, definitely walk the knees in a little closer. You could bring the forehead to a block here. Give yourself a little more height. If you want more here, you could curl your toes under and lift the tailbone up into dolphin pose. This is kind of a variation on downward facing dog. You can walk the feet here. And whenever you're ready, you can come back down to your knees. Uncurl the toes. Draw the arms back to your sides. And take a nice full balasana, child's pose here. Again, you can bring your forehead to a block or to the mat. Just let the weight of the arms drop down to your sides. Give the shoulders a nice rest. You can nod your head yes or no to massage that third eye area or that WTF place in between the eyebrows. Massage it nice and smooth. As you inhale, notice how the skin feels across your back. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and roll your body up. Coming to Virasana, Hero's Pose, or this is a modification really of Hero's. Hero's Pose, your sit bones are all the way down on the mat. Or you can take a block underneath to sit on. Or you can take a pillow to the tops of the calves and sit here. If the tops of the feet are unhappy like that today, you can curl the toes under. This Hero's Pose. If this is not accessible because of knee or hip issues or whatever, definitely feel free to come to an easy seated pose. Take a couple breaths in that seated pose that you found that's comfortable for you. And then go ahead and draw the legs out long in front. Forward fold. Or well, we're getting ready for forward fold. Right now we're in step staff pose, Dandasana. So staff, because we're like a stick pose even. Maybe take the fingertips out to the sides or the palms next to the hips here for a little bit of support. Feet are flexed, toes pointed towards the sky. If it feels comfortable, you might have a little bit of a bend in the knee here, or as straight as you like. Inhale to lengthen the body, crown towards the sky, and exhale to gently hinge forward at the hips, walking with your fingertips. The goal here tonight is not to bring the chest all the way to the tops of the thighs, but if your body wants to go there, certainly do. But right now, we're just wanting to draw the heart forward, keep the neck long, hinge forward at the hip, keep the spine as straight as it gets. Breathing to lengthen and exhaling to really think about hugging those thighs into the hip sockets, drawing the shoulder blades down the back and away from the ears. And then the next time you inhale, sit up nice and straight. Let's draw the soles of the feet in together, Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. This might be a good place to sit on a cushion, or I'll go ahead and sit on a block here. They don't look like they would, but they do make pretty good seats. Just give your hips a little more height. You can use your blocks or pillows underneath the knees here for a little support. The closer you have the heels drawn in toward the groin, the more of a stretch you're going to get in the inner thigh. The farther you have them away, the more of the stretch you're going to get in the hips here. So find a place that feels good for you. It might be different today than it will be tomorrow, and different yet again next week. It might be somewhere in between. But you can hold your ankles here, or you can hold the toes. Draw the heart forward, keep the spine long, keep the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the chin to keep the neck long. Just gently hinge forward at the hips. Imagine there's a little puddle right there out in front of you, and you're just trying to see your reflection without getting any closer. Really stretching and elongating. Inhaling the heart open, exhaling the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a couple breaths here wherever it's comfortable. And then inhale back up to the sky when you're ready. Maybe move the legs from whatever position you landed on here. This time we are going to round forward instead of hinge forward. So have your hands on your knees or thighs. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And think of like a little fern frond or a spiral or something. And we're trying to like curl the body down and up. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to round forward and curl the body downward like a little fern. Inhale here, exhale, and draw everything back up straight on the next inhale. Let's just move with the breath. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to curl, inhale to open and lengthen and uncurl, exhale, drawing the belly button towards the spine, curling forward, feeling what happens in the back, in the neck, in the shoulders, in the side body. This is getting to be too much for your hips. You can draw the legs out straight in front of you or come to an easy seated pose. Just a couple more times on your own, inhaling to open up that fern frond. Exhaling to curl down inward. And then inhaling one last time. Bring the legs out straight in front of you if they're not already. I'm going to remove the blocks so that I can windshield wiper my feet from side to side and shake it out. And then we'll go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Hands back behind the thighs and gently curl the back down to the mat. And draw the knees in towards the chest. Rocking back and forth if that feels good. If you have any last little stretches your body feels like it needs, maybe happy baby, maybe a full body stretch, maybe a couple book poses. I don't know. I'm not judging, but I'm not getting that crazy. Go ahead and take that there. And when you're ready, let's come to Shavasana. So Shavasana is traditionally corpse pose with the legs stretched out long, tucking the shoulder blades in and under, tucking the chin in to keep the neck long, and rotating the arms out and open towards the sky, palms facing up. Inhaling to expand that full body balloon, and then exhale to just let all the air out. Now, if Shavasana, full Shavasana here does not feel good, there are several variations. And I encourage you to explore what might feel better in your body. So as you're breathing, connected with your breath, finding that nice even breath. Maybe see how it feels if you tuck a couple of pillows or rolled up blanket or towel underneath your knees. Maybe draw the soles of your feet together to find supine or reclined Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, butterfly. Maybe you bend the knees and point them up towards the sky. Let the soles of the feet be wide on the mat but parallel, and let the knees just drop in and touch one another. If these wide palm up arms are not awesome for you, you could bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart space. And I say heart space because I'm not exactly sure where it is. It's over here towards center left. Maybe you can even feel the heartbeat with the hand there. But wherever you land, go ahead and inhale the deepest breath you've taken all day long. And then when you're ready, let it out with a sigh. Do that 2 more times on your own, letting your inhalation be even deeper and your exhalation be even louder and sighier and out the mouth. Last time on your own. Just surrender the weight of your body to gravity, letting your mat support you. Maybe curl the lips up a little bit for a small smile. They say that smiling even for 20 seconds can make you feel happier. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I encourage you to thank yourself for giving yourself permission to come onto your mat and take care of yourself. Give yourself a little respite in the day, a little transition into your Friday night. Take one last full cycle of breath here, wherever you are, and then gently begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe draw the knees up and rock them gently side to side before rolling to whatever side feels good to you. Coming into a fetal position. Taking a couple of full deep breaths here. Focusing on how the upper outer body expands as you inhale. And letting everything just deflate like a balloon as you exhale. And then on your next inhale, push yourself up to a easy seated position. Maybe fix your ponytail, fix your shirt. If Sukhasana or Siddhasana isn't good for you here, definitely you can come to staff pose with the feet out in front of you, legs straight, maybe knees slightly bent, toes pointed to the sky. Take your fingertips out to either side. Inhale to lengthen the spine and draw the crown towards the sky. Exhale to relax the back body, drawing the heart towards the sun. Inhale, turn the arms up, palms up towards the sky, where the palms touch. And then exhale, hands to heart center, prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Maybe you're not into prayer. Maybe this is just an attitude of thanks, gratitude, gratitude for your time, gratitude for showing up, for this class, for showing up for yourself. Tilt the chin slightly, where we recognize our connection to one another and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I will post this recording as soon as I am able to. Next week, our classes will go from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. I know an hour is a pretty big time commitment at the end of the day when all we can think about is dinner. But maybe 30 minutes might be a little more doable. So it'll be a little shorter class, probably not have as long of a full Savasana, but that depends on the day. It might be a more vigorous class. It might be laying here for Savasana the whole time. We'll see how it goes. But either way, Tuesdays and Fridays, Pacific time, 5 o'clock, slow evening flow, beginner level, or just a nice gentle transition no matter what level you are. Thanks for playing. May you be happy and healthy, and may I see you next time. Have a great weekend. Oh, crud. Doesn't look like it went live on Facebook. I'll stop the recording.